What's up? What's up? Johnny Sins Trades. That's pretty funny. What's up, Dave? How's it going, man? Should I trade today? No news. It's up to you, man. Some people prefer not to trade no news Mondays. I look for a setup. If I don't see anything really juicy, or if I see that price is going to just chop around, I typically get off pretty quick. But hitting longs, right? I don't usually. I wait for the market to open at 9:30, and I typically don't. I have an idea of what I think price is going to do, but I just wait and kind of let the market show its hand and react accordingly. Tried the orb, yep, have. Thanks, man. Appreciate the feedback. Just passed my funded within 2 weeks. There you go. Slow and steady, man. Do you have a daily bias? Like I was just saying, I don't typically establish a daily bias like that. I have an idea of what I think price is going to do, but I think if you get too much of that in your head going into market open, it can prevent you from having clear eyes about seeing certain setups. So if you're sitting there just thinking, man, we have a daily bias that we're going to be long today, you can kind of blind yourself to looking for short setups. Yo. Forgot to mark this out. How was your weekend? It's pretty good. It's pretty good, man. Did a lot of schoolwork. Watched basketball. Watched those Tar Heels put a whooping on the old Blue Devils. That was a fun game to watch. Pretty boring Super Bowl. Jose, happy Monday, man. Mac, what up? Dragon, what up? Took your advice. You got 2 lucid evals. There you go. You got the flex. Yeah, I think those flex accounts are good. Watching shorts. Yo, brother, what's your bias? I think we're going to open and drop. Very well could. We shall see. I don't establish a bias like that. That's not typically what I do. I wait for the market to open and pick a direction and watch the book map, watch the order flow, watch how the book fills up, try to ride the wave in that direction. Remember NK Fitness? I got him an eval yesterday. Do you go live every day? I do, except for Thursdays. Every day, 9 a.m., except for Thursdays. What session is this? It's about to be the New York AM session. It opens at 9:30 a.m., which is in 12 minutes and 30 seconds. Is it 12 minutes and 30 seconds? 22 minutes and 30 seconds. Something like that. In Chicago? Yeah, I'm on the East Coast, man. North Carolina. You think the odds are would push both ways? Here's what I would recommend. I don't recommend spending a whole lot of time trying to figure that out because at the end of the day, it's an educated guess at the very best. So, like what I do, all I'm trying to do, all I'm looking to do is shake the money tree, take a couple leaves, get in and get out, go on with my day. So I wait for the market to tell me what it wants to do, for it to pick a direction, if it's going to pick a direction. And I ride that wave, whether I'm on NQ or ES. I'm only looking 20, 30 points on NQ. That'd be a beautiful trade. 10, 15 points on ES. I get in, I get out, make several $100s, $1,000, and move on with my day. I don't think you need to spend a whole lot of time laboring pre-market over what it's potentially gonna do. Get some coffee. Got it right here, man. Lost 4K on paper Thursday. Were you over trading? What happened, Matthew? You gotta make sure you're journaling that stuff. Verse of the day, Isaiah 6:8. Hello from the northeast of Scotland. What's up, man? Congrats to your Tar Heels. Appreciate that, Missy. Appreciate that. Yeah, Isaiah, verse of the day. I don't know if this is actually a verse of the day anywhere. It's my verse of the day, Isaiah 6:8. It's my verse of the day to you. Isaiah 6:8. Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send and who will go for us? And I said, here I am. Send me. Huge dub, Seth Trimble. Leonardo, what up, man? Hey, Chris, I've been trading for 3 months. Can you give me some tips or advice to become profitable in the future? Thanks in advance. Slow and steady, man. 3 months is honestly not a lot of time at all to be trading. It takes people years on average. Most traders that I've talked to who have been doing this for a long time, it took them years to start to see consistent, steady profitability. Took me about 4 years. I think it took PJ Trades, a guy you've heard me talk about a lot. I think it took him around that. I've heard other people say 8 years. I was listening to a guy not long ago. He said he traded for 8 years before he became profitable. First year, he made like 100 and some thousand of profitability. Next year, it went up to 300 and something. And then the year after that, he was making close to $1 million. So, once it happens quick, but it takes a while to get there. Sad day for the Pats. Man, I was I could not have been less invested in a game. That was a very boring game. I obviously wanted Drake May to win simply because he played at UNC, but that was not a very exciting game at all, man. Do you think it's worth to upgrade TradingView to get fingerprint charts? You mean footprint? I think Bookmap's the way to go, Missy. Bookmap is definitely the way to go. I don't know what fingerprint is. Is that something I should know about? I know what footprint is. I'm a Pats fan. It hurts. Yeah. I can imagine, man. But it's not like you guys haven't had your fair share of wins over the past 20 years. I remember when I was a kid, man, it was like every single year they were in it. You take creatine? I do. Yep. If you follow me, you'll see the story I posted last night. I listed the supplements that I take. You think it's going to New York AM low? Okay, I don't predict price, man. I wait for the market to open. I wait for it to pick a direction. And I ride the wave in the direction that it wants to go. What's up, Zach? How's it going, man? I actually do 10 milligrams a day, or 10 grams a day, sometimes more, but I don't do it all at once. I space it out. There's a study you can read. If you look up PubMed, you can find a study about creatine that talks about, based on your body, I think the study was divided up by body weight, and it was different criteria inside of that, but how much your body can actually synthesize throughout the day, and it's way more than 5 grams. You don't need to load creatine, though. That's protein, Matthew. I think 1 gram or 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight or something like that. I usually do 1 gram per pound of body weight. That's my protein level. Gary, sideways. You're about to get the boot, man. Go fuck yourself. Excuse my language. Coming in here talking to me like that. Sorry about that. Little roid rage. See how much you eat made me think that I might not be eating enough. Yeah, I'm trying to bulk right now. I mean, Zach, I'm also 6'5", dude. So it's like I have to eat a lot. I have to eat a lot. Your mom is here. She is. She's okay though. She's heard worse. Yeah, I think you really got to pay attention to your own body, because like what works for me might not work for other people. With the amount that I eat in terms of just calories overall, if somebody else were to do that and they're nowhere close to my body type, they could definitely easily get fat. You're a unit, man. I appreciate that too. Liters of water do you drink? Do you mean like with the creatine or like just throughout the day? I drink like 4 of these throughout the day, and I think this is 32 ounces. I really don't know though. I try to drink at least a gallon a day. How many calories? I'm at 4,000 right now, Matthew. Staying right around 4,000. Ghost, what's up, man? Have a good bit of muscle under the pillow fat. What did you mark out on the chart? Can you explain? So I marked out previous session highs and lows, which are typically major liquidity levels. Price is attracted to those levels. So you got London high here, London low here. This is the overnight session. And then Asia high, that's also from overnight. I would have marked Asia low, but Asia low got swept by London. So you have a previous New York AM high here. You have a swing point right here that I have marked as a buy side liquidity. That right there. And then a previous London high, which is right above that. So there's a video, I think I posted it on, you can look on there since you're on the YouTube. I think it's on my shorts that you can find of exactly how I do all this, how I mark all this out. Doing great, Ghost. Hope you are too, man. I want to thank you again for everything. Went to church yesterday for the first time. Amazing. Hey, that's huge, Ghost. I love that. Hearing that means more to me than any sort of trading stuff that you could possibly talk about. I love hearing that. How about Seth Trimble? Clutch, man. Nicholas, what's up, dude? I think I should start with fundeds. Got around 2K in my bank. I would start on paper, man. I would start by educating yourself through YouTube, any sort of free content that you can find, and then trade with trade on a paper account. Like TradingView gives you a paper account when you sign up with them. So definitely do that before you ever spend any of your own money. And then I would get a prop firm account. I would not jump to trading personal capital. So that 2K can be a good start for paying for TradingView, which is about like 20 a month if you buy the essential plan and then the data all in. That's like 20 a month. And then once you do get to the point where you're ready for a prop firm account, that'll be anywhere from like, depends on the firm, but it could be anywhere from $19 all the way up to like $100, a little over $100. Did you rush Franklin after the game? Nah, man, I'm too old for that. I did go out there though. I went out there and watched and witnessed. As a spectator. You remind me of Bradley Martin. I like Bradley. Still leaning bearish? Yeah, very well could be. Very well could be. I watched the Mag 7 here to keep an eye on this kind of a combination of Google, Amazon, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Tesla. So it's usually a good general indicator of what the NAS is going to do. Don't forget when I get my huge payout, I'm taking a flight to shake your hand, show you these gains. Hey, man, I love that. Make it happen. Good luck to you too, man. Appreciate that. Order book's pretty cleared out on ES. Where are you, Zach? Right down the street in Greenville, okay. Buffer on TP. If you're on a 50K account, I like to hit that 2K buffer and then an extra 1,000 on top of that on fundeds. I think that's a safe, if you can keep that extra 1,000, so keep the account balance around 53,000. It's a good, I think that's a good, it's a good protection. Trading from South Africa. There you go, man. Colombia, okay. What do you think Apex will remove the halt on metals? Everybody's kind of doing that right now, man. I think, is it Alpha Futures? Is like, no, Alpha's doing it too, I think. I can't remember who's not doing it. I think it'll stay that way for a little while. Bookmap's empty right now, man. No news today. I post on Sunday nights, Matthew. I make a post of all the scheduled economic news for the week. I put it on YouTube, on TikTok, and on my Instagram. And it's also in the Discord. Can you look at YM on Bookmap? I don't have that pulled up. I think is that considered a CME? Let's see here. YMH, is that the contract? Pete? I can try to pull it up here. It's not YMH. If it's not CME, then I don't have it because I only pay for CME data. It should be though, right? It's not popping up. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It's not pulling up on the list. Global Plus, Trader Bros. What am I looking at, Santana? This is called Bookmap. This is level 2 data software. Right now it's pretty empty, but when the market opens, you'll get a better idea of how this works. So basically, these are volume bubbles. This is where price currently is and the aggression at which buyers and sellers are participating. And then these lines, these colorful lines, these are limit orders. These are basically liquidity levels. I did, Pete, but I haven't had time to mess around with it yet. I did. This coding course or the stats course that I'm taking is very interesting and I'm enjoying the heck out of it, but it's extremely labor intensive because it's just so much I'm basically learning Python and having to memorize all the different commands and all that kind of stuff. And I have zero trading experience. Or not trading experience, zero coding experience. So it's like literally learning a new language. Yeah, Matthew, that's what this is. This is all the institutions, all the different retail traders that are trading large quantities. This is where their orders are being placed and where their orders are resting. Yes, it does show if they're buy or sells. That's what this right side is here. It shows whether they're buys or sells. You also have this thing at the bottom here that shows the percentage of buys versus the percentage of sells. It's good for trading in general. I don't know how I traded before Bookmap, man. I think this is something that is an essential tool for anyone who's trading seriously. There's literally not a single indicator turned on this. Opium. Trader Mom, what up? All in, it's about $100 a month, Jared. It's about 30. It's about, for the Global Plus, which is what you need. I want to say it's 70 or 80 with my discount, and then you'll have to pay for the data too. You got to pay for their data too, which is another 37 on top of that. So all in, it's a little over $100. Santi, what's up? Started trading break and retest off of key levels. Yeah, that's good. For a little while, do you think more than a week? Yeah, more than a week, man. More than a week. Yeah, I mean, one trade you can pay for it tenfold. Yeah, I think if you can find somebody who's streaming, I mean, if you're on my Jared, my YT, I'm live on there as well, and you can see this constantly. I don't show it constantly on here on TikTok because it just it clutters everything. But if you go over to my page, it's constantly showing on there, so you can use that. I had ultra low latency on there, so it should be pretty. There shouldn't be much of a delay. Top Step made some new rules. Yeah, I saw that. Lucas, you talking about the pivots, the kill zone and pivots one? Talking about that? Not gonna lie, I do huge. Hey, that's why I have it up there, man. I think technically I'm not actually supposed to do that according to the contract, but you know, it's part of it's a marketing tool too for them. So once gold became mainstream, I stopped trading it. Yeah, I messed with it a little bit, dude. I've taken like a total of 7 or 8 trades on there. Done decent, but it's just not. I like NQ and ES. 1 minute till market open. Yeah, I've seen that, Jenko. I thought about doing that, like even when I'm not live, just throwing that up there. But I've read through the contract. When I was thinking about doing that, I went back and reread the contract, and that is explicitly labeled in there, listed as something that you are not allowed to do. I was like, all right, I'm not going to test that. Explain a 40% consistency. It means you can't earn more than 40% of your total profits in one day, if that's what you're talking about in terms of an eval. So whatever the target profit is, take 40% of that, and that's the max you want to make in a day. What's up, C-Bum? What's up, man? Here we go. Market open. Good luck. Expecting a bullish day. I have zero expectations, man. This London low is about to get smacked. ES is not taking London yet. London low got spawn camped. Looks like ES is trying to push up to the VWAP, which is right around the 69.45 level. There's a heavy block of orders down underneath us from 69.25 down to 69.19, which would be around this London low. It's also heavy orders up at the VWAP, 69.45 area. NQ pushing back a little bit of rejection off that London low. There you go, Ginge. Caught that short for 200, done for the day. There you go. Very nice, man. That's discipline right there. Getting ready to smack the VWAP up here on ES. If we break above it, it'd be interesting. Be interesting if we left. Honestly, any sort of bullish movement, we would have to see this. I would want to see this London low get taken first, but key levels, it seems like for the past month or so, key levels have just been left behind. Apple and Intel banked me today. They dumped hard, yeah. I was listening to Maria Bartiromo talk pre-market. She was going over some of that stuff. Any good books you read? I actually read a book over the weekend that was pretty interesting. You guys believe in the ice wall? It's a book called The Navigator Who Crossed the Ice Walls by Claudio Nocelli. Pretty interesting. Is that a flat earth thing? I don't know what you would call it, man. It was good. It was interesting. What's up, Rye? How's it going, man? Yeah, check it out. It's interesting. If you're talking about trading books, Trading in the Zone, Best Loser Wins, those are two really must-read books for traders, I think. What is a valid pullback and retracement? Or what is a valid pullback / retracement? I mean, this would be it. If we just dumped right here, that would be, I mean, pull back to the VWAP, bounce right off of it, and dump lower. That would be what a pullback looks like. A lot of activity underneath us in the 20s here on ES. Activity above on NQ, so pushing. VWAP on NQ is right at 21 or 25,120. So basically like right in this area. Viktor Frankl, yeah, that's a good book. Man's Search for Meaning. Read that several times. This is why I'm just like, you stay patient. There's a ton of activity up to 25,100 here on NQ, but ES has still got a bunch of activity. Well, now up here above the VWAP on NQ, or on ES, I mean. VWAP's right here at 45. So if we start trading above this, which it looks like we are, this could be the move higher. Janko, is that a flat earth thing? VWAP's holding right here on ES. Pushing above VWAP now. NQ is about to reach it. Did you see Bitcoin fall today? I did. Yeah, what's it down? 3.5% or 3.7%, something like that. You would short this right now? Let me show you why I think that would be a bad idea. This is what the book map looks like. Just simply because of this. I mean, it could very well could go short. You might end up being totally right, but this is why I would be hesitant to make that trade. Because your liquidity is above us here. And it's just pushing right up to it. What website is this? This is tradingview.com. It's a charting website. You're long up to midnight? Oh, that's not a website. That's a software called Bookmap. You can download it at bookmap.com, and you it's paid. It's about $100 a month all in. Just made 1,100, 1,150 off the longs. There you go. I think this is a bias change to the upside, brother. I didn't have a bias, Taylor. Oh, you're biased. I got you. You were bearish. Is that what you said? I think I saw you say that you were bearish. Yeah, this is why I don't like to develop a bias pre-market. It's like you really never know. And the thing is, something could happen in the next 2 seconds and this starts dumping. I just want to make sure it's taking a clear direction. I'm going to look to get in for 15, 20, 30 points, get out, and then go about my day. I just want to make sure that the direction's clear before I make that move. Pushing back underneath the VWAP here on NQ, or on NQ. Still above it on ES. They're on the Discord, C7. But I'll put them up super quick. Screenshot them real fast if you can. How do you get VWAP on TradingView and what settings do you use for it? I don't change the settings at all, but you go to indicator and just search VWAP. What time frame do you prefer to take entries on? I've been trying the 15. I don't stick to one time frame, man. I'm on the 1 minute right here. 5 minutes, a great time frame. 15 is good too. Just depends on the day, on the setup, on the price action. When I'm looking for a little pitch and catch trade, like a book map trade, I like to be on the lower time frames, like the 1 minute. I'd look for a pullback like just below or at the VWAP right here, and then I'd target the 25-165 level. This would be an area that I'd be targeting if I was going to take a small trade here. So the 1 minute's better for those sorts of trades, in my opinion. But I'm not totally convinced yet. I'm just calling out what I'm seeing on the book map. This is NQ. Hey, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Good job. So there's a slight just above that pulled back just above the VWAP right there, and then rejected higher here. So there are orders flashing all around the 25-120 level. But I think this is getting ready to shoot up to the 160 in a second. C-bomb. No, not quite, man. Yo, what up, trade? Yeah, you can backtest with it. When you have it open like this, you can select to save the data. So every session that I have bookmap open, it's saving all that data. So you could theoretically just open that file and do like what I'm doing now. TP at 187. Right there at midnight, basically. There's that 160 level getting ready to get smacked. Boom. 160. So that would have been the trade that I was talking about right there, FJR. So that would have been a perfect trade. Pulled back right there to the VWAP, longed it right up there. We would have taken nice little 46 points. So it absorbed those orders and just turned right back around. There are, but they're higher. That was the bulk of the orders. 25-200 is the next real line. That's why that hit that level and then it was rejected. Pushing back up, just bounced close to the VWAP. Now it's pushing back up again. I'd be real careful in this, guys. Strongly think there's going to be a strong reversal because this buy side liquidity is starting to be hard. Yeah, a little resistance. There's still orders. Now there's a bunch of orders coming in. 170, 25-175, all the way up to 25-190. And then 200 is the 25-200 is the next big level up here. That is London high, basically, and it's the high of Friday. Yeah. Y'all be careful in this. Yeah, be very careful. What was that spike? Just took my trailing. Hey, at least you were trailing, man. That's smart. It sucks, but it's smart because it could have kept dumping. Better safe than sorry. I'm really not sure what that was. %99% trading is watching. That's very true. A lot of liquidity above us here on NQ. Up to 25,205. Got that spike for scalp. There you go. How does the ES book map look? There's orders above too. 69.60 all the way up to 69.75. Two short trades for 650. There you go. Samir, what's up, man? Got some orders in the 70s here getting absorbed. Now in the 60s, trying to drag price in for their entries. Tons of liquidity from 25,190 up to 25,205. This line that I had marked here is the 205 line. Orders in the 60s, now in the 50s. They're trying to drag price lower here. VWAP's down here at this line. Heavy on the VWAP right there. Orders flashing all around it. What do you mean, Ben? They're trying to drag under the VWAP here. Could be headed for this London low. Remember, ES did not take that London low. NQ still holding the VWAP. No, I make my money from this, Ben. That's where all my money comes from right now. The reason I said that was in order to be able to, in my opinion, in order to be able to claim true profitability, you have to be consistently on a regular basis taking payouts for 9 to 12 months. That's my opinion. Plenty of other people that share that opinion, plenty of people that disagree with it. But in order to be able to say I'm a profitable day trader, you need to be able to say, for the past year, I have made money every single time that I've been able to make money in terms of payout windows, and things like that. So I'm only 4 or 5 months into that so far. My January was god awful though. So far in February we're looking good, but January was terrible. What's up, Nora? Can you suggest me a prop firm? If you're brand new, I suggest trading paper first. And if you're at the point where you've been successful on paper for a month or two, then I would get a prop firm account and I would go with a select account from Tradeify. I just have a gut feeling that ES wants this London low. The updated rebirth. I can't tell you the last time I've gotten on. Been boycotting them. Not Colton. Coulter. I'm not in a trade. You'll see it on here when I'm in one min. I show all the trades that I take on stream. Heavy action now underneath us on NQ. I think ES wants this London low, man. I really do. I believe this February is my setup month. I'll make some this month, but it'll definitely be going to get me ready for March. There you go, Zach. You also invest in stocks. I do. Some. Pushing back up to the VWAP here on NQ. This thing doesn't know what it wants to do, man. Touched into that 5 and pushed higher. It's a toss-up, man. We bounced right off of the midnight right there. The fact that ES did not take this London low is, to me, that's what is a little bit worrisome. You want to see NQ book map. If we get a 5-minute change in state of delivery to the upside, I'm in. I'd be concerned with ES wanting to take that London low. Dude, I am so tired. TP was at London high. Did you get stopped out? Stop loss at break even now. Dude, my legs are sore as crap. Who's your favorite musician right now? I don't have just one person that I listen to, man. I have songs that I like. I don't know. Been jamming a lot of Rufus Del Sol. I have such a random, I'm looking at my playlist right now. So many random things. Dispose of Me by Omar Apollo. I use a Sony DSLR camera for TikTok. I use a Logitech Brio 4K for the tube. I just saw that. That's a funny name. No Bad Bunny? No Bad Bunny. No Bad Bunny in my playlist. Nope. Probably could have guessed that. Thoughts on the Duke Carolina game over the weekend? What do you think, man? What do you think? What do you think? You know the deal. So glad I didn't take that ICT setup. So not comfortable with London low. Yep. And I think that is technically, I mean, if you're trading strict ICT principles, he talks about that. If ES leaves that London low, be very wary of hopping into that long before it takes it. Are you live on FOMC this week? Talking about NFP? Talking about NFP or CPI? FOMC is not this week. Yeah, it was a good game, Tyrone. It was a good game. That second half, Carolina looked ridiculous, man. I'll be completely honest, though. I was in a group chat with my brothers and my dad before the game. I was fully expecting Duke to absolutely wax Carolina. Was not expecting that turnout or that outcome. I might just call it wait for tomorrow since I hit break even. Hey, that's not a bad idea, King. I think that's smart. Waiting for Yeat's album. Who's Yeat? Talking about Yee? Yay? Kanye? NQ's pushing higher right here, above the VWAP, but I think it's going to drag right back down to it. It's just going to chop. Yeah, I'll be live all week, man. I will not be live like as the event happens, but I'll be live at my normal time, 9 a.m. Yeah, they definitely locked in. Ex-finance bro. Would you believe, Truman, that I'm actually still in school? SNQ. NASDAQ baby mama. Cooper, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, actually, I can't even really agree with you because I didn't watch it, but I know who the individual is, so I can tell you that I don't support that nonsense. Yeah, I agree with Zach on that. If you hit break even, you followed all your rules, you took a good trade, that's a win. That's not a cope. A lot of people would listen to that and say, "Oh, you're coping." That's 100% the truth, man. If you're following your rules and you're taking good setups and it just doesn't play out all the way, that's probability taking effect, man. How do you even see what's happening? It's pretty clear, man. These are volume bubbles. You can kind of see that the partial green and partial red. If it's more green than red, that means the buyers are in control. Like right there, you can see buyers are in control of that. These are liquidity levels right here. This is where orders are stacked up. These red and orange, yellow lines, blue lines. So you have market orders being placed, which is the volume coming in these bubbles, and then they're going towards liquidity levels. So theoretically, that's how you use it. USA is getting battered and curling. It's not good, man. Got to get it together. How do you use this? So like I was just saying, these are volume bubbles that show where the aggression of the market orders. Right now, buyers are in control. And all these levels are liquidity levels. These lines, these correspond to liquidity levels on the chart. So these are where people have big institutions or large retail traders have their orders. Either they're trying to get in the market for a short position or a continuation long, or they're trying to get out. They're already long and they're looking to close their positions. How can I learn this? Exactly what you're doing, just watching somebody who uses it, or watching it yourself. Get it and watch it yourself. Do you need the most expensive bookmap? You need Global Plus, and then the CME data. You ever thought about leaving the U.S.? No. I will own property in other places eventually, but I will never not be based here. I love this country, man. It's the best country in the world. But in terms of tax benefits, I could see why you would ask that. Puerto Rico or something in terms of the tax benefits. I would just have my domicile be a state with no income tax or a more advantageous tax system. Florida, Tennessee, I think Arizona's on that list. Pushing up to the 200 here, right above midnight. How'd you like the Super Bowl? It's pretty boring, man. Was it not? I mean, that seemed like a pretty boring Super Bowl. I've seen way more exciting Super Bowls, I'll just say that. I live in New York. Taxes are so bad. Yeah, I'd get out of there, man. I'm going to take a small long here in a second for a pullback into the 190s, I think, and then try to take a long up to maybe the 25-230 area. I'd like a pullback into this 90s first, and then a clear sign that it's not going to keep dumping. $25,195 would be a nice little entry right in this area, 194 area. Might not get it though. Might just watch it run. Need it a little deeper than that. Could be getting ready to get it right here. Down into the lower 90s would be. Let's see, a little lower. Moving out once I graduate. What college are you? Orders coming in now in the 80s. I'm going to hold off for a second. Show you what I'm seeing on the book map. Just had a large order. Oh, they just yanked it. See, that would have been the entry. Hey, there you go, Ben. Yeah, that was the entry. This is going to push up to London now. It's okay. Oh, there's a pullback. It's teasing that London high. Somebody's in a long right now, and that's their TP, and it's just like they are sitting there sweating. That's me. I think it's going to just aggressively move through it in just a second. Yeah, it's getting ready to happen. That guy down in the 80s and 90s, he's playing, pushing and pulling. I don't see how this isn't just exploding through this area right here. This jackass down at 190. He just took those 190s. Chris, even though we don't trade exactly the same, you've helped a lot with my patience. Hey, I appreciate that, Dan. Appreciate you being here, man. Who just got stopped out? You have any problems with Apex? Never. I got denied a payout from them one time. That clearly broke a rule. I broke the MAU rule. But all that did was allow me to build more buffer into my accounts. I've never had them give me a hard time some people say it's because you're an affiliate with them. I don't think that's the reason. I think it's because I have a pretty disciplined trading style that I'm not taking a dozen trades in a day, and I think that's part of it. I think if you only take 1 or 2, maybe 3 trades in a day, it's pretty easy for them to say, okay, this guy's not pulling some funny business. Yeah. At London high, I think there's going to be an aggressive move through that level. I don't know if it's going to immediately reject lower at that point or if it's going to keep going, but I think this is going to aggressively get swept here in a second. It really, this is like edging the heck out of it. It's got to just shoot up to those 30s here in a second. I think when it goes, it's gonna shoot up to like right here, I think. Here's London slightly. TP. There you go, Lucas. Good job, man. Yeah, see? Yeah, open and close the trade, Matthew. You can't leave it like that, man. No, I was very close to taking this long right here on this pullback, but hesitated. Missed my entry on it. Was going to take an aggressive scalp up to this London high. Would have been a solid like 40-something points, I think. 42. Yeah, just keep it off that number. I was being serious. I would definitely open and close a trade to get it off that number. I honestly think I'm about to call this, guys. It's Monday, no news, and we got a ton of news this week. I could go catch a quick nap before my 1:30 class. I'm very tempted to do that. The only trade that I would have been interested in is that pullback right here, and then that scalp long. Stopped you at break even. Hey, that's better than being down, man. Ave Christos Rex. You better believe it, Dan. You better believe it. Hit TP, slowly chipping away at my red week last week. Have a good one, man. Hey, there you go. Strictly, I like that. Slow and steady, man. Bookmap's pretty empty, Mohamed. There are orders up to 25,250 and then 25,265-ish on NQ. ES is pretty lit up all the way up to 6980. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off. I'm not gonna take anything. Just gonna call it and go take a nap. Been up since 5, man. This is ES right here, Samir. You guys have a good day. If you're green, good job. Don't give any of it back. If you're red, don't make it worse. Don't blow any accounts. Got a big week ahead, so plenty more trades to be had. Love you guys. Appreciate you being here. Stay safe. Have a good Monday. Appreciate it, Missy. You too. We'll see you guys later. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m., same time, same place. So thanks for follows. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the engagement. We'll see you later.